What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the studio. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Today I want to talk about some bass. In particular, a bass tone I have up for one of two EPs that we're working on at the moment that also feature Ernesto Homeyer on guitar and a good friend of ours, Tita Hutchison, on vocals. I know I've put out a couple reels and shorts of this bass setup and some of the guitars, but since I just finished the whole reamp process for EP number 2, I wanted to go through the entire bass setup. I had the pedals and the amp, which is over here in the ISO booth. So this project, or both of these projects, I guess it's one project, two different EPs, has been fun from the start because we made the decision right away that we were going to track the exact sounds that we wanted. So we spent quite a bit of time like going through some references and talking about it because we really only had a style and kind of an overall vibe. We started with drums, got a setup there. I'll have some video of that soon. Actually, I'll have a video of the very first writing session that has all of that in it, including how we did scratch vocals and all that stuff. That'll be out very soon. But we started with the drums. That was followed up with guitars that we spent quite a bit of time on, actually. Some of them we did multiple times until we were happy with what we got. I mean, to the point where Ernesto was recording multiple takes with different guitars, different guitar pickup combinations, and then we went in the room and did the same thing with the amp. We tried different head and cab combinations, different mic combinations. We really just had a ton of fun. We knew we wanted to get something, unique, do things in a different way than we normally do, something that had some character, some vibe, and basically just made us feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And that's exactly what we did. And I'm digging this bass setup I have, and I thought you all might enjoy it as well, so I wanted to share it with you. So let's take a look at the amp setup and the mic setup that's over here in the ISO booth, and then we'll go through the pedals and have a listen. Have my trusty Polytone Mini Brute 3 here for the bass amp. I absolutely love this amp. And it's mic'd up with a single Roswell Pro Audio Colaris. This is one of my favorite mics for bass. And usually it's the first one I'll try when getting bass tones. It's really versatile. You can add some nice color pushing into the transformer, but you can also turn on the pad and not only gain some headroom, but also take out some of the colorization of the microphone and get a cleaner, kind of more modern type tone. So it's a really versatile sound. I am not using the pad. I'm going for as much color as possible. I kept all the pedals in here with me just to make it easier to dial in a tone and to audition different pedals, because I went through, probably 9 or 10 different combinations before I found something I liked, even to the point where I went and I bought one new pedal. So there's a new one in here as well. To get the sound out of Logic and to the amp, I'm using the Radial Ecstasy. I'm setting out to the first pedal, and then it's coming out of the last pedal and going over here to the tie lines that's sending the signal into the amp. So I'm not actually using the Ecstasy to send back into Logic. It's just a standard reamp box at this point. And it works really, really well. So the first pedal up, the MXR Dynacomp. Not the bass one, just the regular one. And the reason I'm not using the bass Dynacomp is I don't own one. Actually, this is the only compressor pedal that I own. I knew I wanted some compression, so I just said I'm gonna make it work, gonna find something. The second one up, this one's brand new, the Ampeg Scrambler Bass Overdrive. Only had this for a few days. So far, I'm digging it. You can go from subtle character to full-on like overdrive, nice crunch, which is what I'm doing. The third pedal in the line is the Bass Chorus from Boss, which is actually only getting used on one song, which happens to be the one that I have up right now. So I can show you how I'm using that. The majority of this EP is a combination of these two pedals, with the exception of one song where I turn them all off and it's just the sound of the bass amp because it actually sounds really cool on its own. So speaking of that, let's take a listen to what the bass amp sounds like. That Polytone Mini Brute is bitchin'. I love that little amp. It's got some really cool character. It's got a little bit of bite in it. already. I am dialing in some of the mid-range on that EQ that helps give it a little bite. And I think I'm even on the bright setting, which gives it a little bit of cut, which is cool. So that's the starting point. So now I'll turn these on. Well, we'll start with these two because it's the main tone. I'll do them one at a time just so you can hear what they're doing, and then I'll turn them on together so you can hear what the actual combination sounds like, which is the tone that I ended up using. So first off, the MXR Dynacomp. You can see I have the sensitivity all the way up. Not being subtle, already has a cool grit to it. That on its own is actually a pretty cool bass tone. But let's get to the fun stuff. The Scrambler. I think one thing you're going to find that is a theme of this EP in particular, but even the other one, is nothing is going to be subtle, going to kind of push everything. Really love the sound of this overdrive when you push it. So let's hear how both of those sound together, because this is the actual sound that's used on 98% of this EP. All right, let's get a little context here so you can know, because right now it's just a bass tone. Who knows? Who knows what it sounds like? So I'll start with those off so you hear just the bass amp with this, and after a couple bars I'll kick it on so you can hear what it's gonna be. Gonna go into the chorus. Okay, so the chorus is when I actually kick that chorus. So I'm gonna roll that back and solo the bass out, and let's take a listen to, I'm gonna turn this on, hear the MXR. That'll put me to sleep like a baby. So here is the chorus tone with no chorus on. I really just wanted to give it a little bit of extra, a little bit of character really, just so it kind of cut through, because you got an organ there, there's double guitars, the drums are crazy. And I just wanted the bass to feel not static, so it's just kind of moving. Even if you don't necessarily hear, oh wow, there's a lot of chorus on that bass, you can feel that it's shifted, which is kind of cool, I think. And that, turn all that stuff off, that is the bass tone that is on all 5 of these tunes that will be on this EP. This is number 2, so this isn't going to be out till the new year. The number 1 will come out first, and then this one. We still have some vocals to finish up on this, but it's getting close. I know I have some shorts up, or I think I have the shorts of some of the guitar setups. I know I have reels on the Instagram account, the Ultimate Studios Inc. Instagram account, so you can go check that out and see how we did some of the guitar stuff. And here pretty soon I will have a video from the very first writing session just to show our setup and a little bit of that process as well. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you're all rocking. Stay safe. Have a good time. We'll see you in the next video.